welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome back to not just another edition, okay? Welcome back to our 1 year anniversary edition of Queens of the Ring. Hey, friend, how you doing?
I'm good, friend. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, we coordinated today. We told ourselves, listen, we like black. We both like black. We like the color black. So we wanted to wear black and play in our makeup and stuff for you guys tonight. So we hope you like it. Happy anniversary to us. We are very excited about tonight's show. And we just want to thank y'all from the very top for coming in and spending your Fridays with us. So come on in the room. Friend, how was your week?
It was long, but I'm glad it's over. What about you?
Me too. It was a rough one, actually. It was a very rough one. People are taking their vacations before the peak season hits, the peak holiday season hits. So we were very short-handed this week, but we're here, and I'm happy to be here. We had fights going on this weekend. We had some scrumdiddlyumptious boxing news, Twitter fighting, boxing matches being made that we're going to dive into and talk about today. So y'all come on in the room. Who do we have in the room? We have Southpaw Boxing. Hey, what's up behind the lens TV? Pablo Escobar is here. How are you? What's up, Miami? Look at you coming through, catching a live. Run, y'all. How you doing? Frank from the land. Hey, Jason Williams. How are you? Talib Cunningham, Brent Fox, Harvey Johnson. How are you? Combat Toolbag. Hey, Mr. Mont. What's up, Brent Fox? Oak Cliff Sensei. D. McGee, El Chivo, how you doing? Keisha Sellers, hey girl, hey. Dre's Finest, Ronnie Bravo, Terrence Chavis, Dank Father, how are you? JV, TZ Frank, Mo 2013. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in. Zealous Newton, how are you? Eric Bowden, how are you? When the feds come, you up. How you doing? What's up, y'all? Come on in the room. Hey, Miss Jackie. What's up, Jay Good? And we have one of our very favorites. I think he's Boxiana's very favorite. Phenomenal Mexican. He's up in the house. He says, Terry needs Boxiana and Araceli as his new PR team.
You know that ain't going to work out because he like reading scripts out of Bomac's belly button.
Oh, God.
Don't start tonight. Why you say that? Listen, speaking of saying that, let me tell y'all about my friend. Okay? Miss Nik is a star, y'all.
Miss Nik is not.
Miss Nik is a star. So the Boxing Voice, shout out to them. They have a podcast that they do in the morning, and they're starting to run Twitter Spaces. And y'all, guess who got in there and was talking they talk today, y'all? It was y'all girl. I was like, what? She had them just intrigued. All these people was, oh my God. She put them in on MAGA Mail. MAGA Mail is a thing now, y'all. MAGA Mail, they calling this man Captain America. It's going wild and crazy. They didn't craft him on a Captain America. It's floating around Twitter. Nik is a star, y'all.
No, Nik is not. No, she's not. No,
they blew the shit up on the goddamn show so everybody could see her page. I was like, oh.
Our page. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Our page, but you did the work today, friend. I'm extremely proud of you. In a year's time, y'all, I done got my friend to talk to people.
I know, because I don't.
Oh, it's my friend. My friend is going there showing all her little white teeth, and they love her so much. Oh my goodness, I'm proud of you. Okay, you talking to
me? Thank you, friend. Thank you. Pablo Escobar says, do you know what today is? Do you know what today is? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't warm up. My bad. Salute, Queens. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Your mama gonna cuss us out. Don't get up here and start clowning
Yeah,
too much.
she is. She is.
Don't.
She really is. What's up, Kale? Thank you. Thank you so much for coming through with the $10 super chat. We appreciate it. So look, y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Some days, some Fridays, you know, the boxing news is dry, but not this week. So, you know, we do weigh-ins on Friday. So that's where we're going to start. But stick with us because you know we're building up to the, you know, we're building up. Okay. So we're going to start with the weigh-ins for this week's fights. We'll start with the early fights, which are in, I think they're over in Saudi. So they'll be coming on early around 12 noon, maybe 2 o'clock. Check. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it will be early. And those fights, that big fight consists of Dimitri Bivol, who beat up on Canelo. Sorry, friend. Dimitri Bivol and Zurdo Ramirez. Okay. They're fighting at 175, y'all. Friend, did you get a chance to check out the weigh-in with them two?
Yes, and I caught that unnecessary slug too. I done told y'all gonna leave Canelo out your mouth because your boy Regis is getting back in the ring soon, and I don't want to have to take you there, friend.
Listen, I have all the confidence in the world in Regis.
You
We
need
shall
to.
see.
You need it. He need it because he been playing in the sand and having babies. Anyways, I did catch the weigh-ins. They were weigh-ins. I was intrigued with these weigh-ins and these boxers on this card. Some people we haven't seen in a while fighting tomorrow. What did you think, friend?
Well, you know, we here at Queens of the Ring. We are notorious for breaking down a weigh-in. We firmly believe that the fight starts on the scale. And the main card fighters here that we're talking about today are Zurdo Ramirez and Dimitri Bivol. They both look phenomenal on the scale. And when I say phenomenal, I mean phenomenal. Okay. They fight at 175. They both were, I want to say, right under 175. They both came in at 174. Zurdo is a big man in the ring, but he looked nice and lean and trim and fit and fine. And so did Dimitri. Y'all, they are some, man, listen. They looked really, really nice on the scale. They both look friendly toward each other, but I tend to think this is going to be a really, really, really exciting fight. I love Zurdo, and I think he's probably going to be the bigger man in the fight tomorrow. However, Dimitri Bivol is a very skilled boxer, as he showed us when he beat up on Canelo Alvarez. And so I think his skills versus Zurdo's strength and just girth in the ring is going to be a very interesting matchup. Now, I really don't know who to go with, but I think Zurdo is gonna be too big. Zurdo hits hard, and I'm just not sure Dimitri is gonna have enough to keep Zurdo off of him. I would not be surprised if he outboxes him, but I'm thinking Zurdo is gonna catch him. I don't know, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm choosing Zurdo in this fight. And if he comes to the ring in that Stetson, I'm really choosing Zurdo in this fight. Okay, friend, who you got?
I don't got Regis.
We're not talking about Regis today.
I saw how you threw that shit out there and just continued on like it was nothing. Good luck because Bivol is a skilled MFer. Okay, he is very, very skilled, and you can keep your Canelo slugs because I mean Regis might get knocked out. I don't want to say that,
How
but
did Regis get into this?
Same way Canelo got thrown into that.
Well, Canelo has fought one of the people who's fighting tomorrow.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I just feel like you were out of place with that. But I mean, Bivol is very skilled. And Zerto, yes, is big in the ring, but I don't know if that's going to be enough against all that skill. Bivol had a couple of fights with some skilled people up there at 175. So I mean, I can't choose. Yes, I can.
Yes,
Bivol's going to win. Bivol's going to win.
You're choosing Bivol? Okay. Okay. All right. You think it's gonna be a decision?
It probably be, I don't know, because have we ever seen Zerto's engine? How far can he go? Has he went 12 hard rounds? Because he's gonna have to fight 12 hard rounds. Like,
that's a good question. I do not know how his motor will hold up. That's a very good question for him.
if his motor holds up, it'll come down to a decision, and Bivol will win the decision.
Okay.
Because he has to go in there and be perfect tomorrow to beat him. Bivol got the belt.
This is true. That is true. I didn't hear you. You're right. You're absolutely correct about that. Absolutely correct about that. Hey, Sheena girl. Sheena sends us a super sticker. How are you? What's up, Coach Amber? Coach Amber says 1 year and many more. Pammy says y'all looking flawless tonight. Hey, Pammy, how you doing? Tell her we said hi. Phenomenal Mexican is back, and he says if Zerto wins, Nello has an excuse to stay at 168. That is what Phenomenal Mexican said. I did not say
that. We go tonight. Y'all want to make the conversation about Canelo? We can.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm.
It's our first show. I promise we can go down through there tonight.
No, we don't want to go down.
Yeah, we can.
No, we don't want to go. I don't want to go down there with Canelo down there.
It's okay.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, so look, y'all, there is another fight later on tomorrow night coming on Showtime. And as I was watching those weigh-ins, I found out some information that I did not know. So Showtime has a YouTube card that they're putting on, which are the fights before the main card, right? And so they're going to air those fights on their YouTube channel. I had no idea that Andre Durrell was still boxing. I thought he had retired. I did not know. Well, Andre will be on the YouTube viewed card. Okay. And I also did not know that J Rock was going to be on that card that's going to be showing on YouTube as well. I had no idea. Nobody told me. Didn't know. Friend, did you know that J Rock was coming back?
I had no earthly idea. I thought he was a real estate man now. Well, shit. I mean, I'm just saying what everybody else been saying. I didn't know he was fighting still.
I didn't know. They look decent. They look decent.
That Durrell boy, they both need, it's time. Okay.
It's time.
They can get their CDLs, the both of them, and become brothers trucking. Got a little ring to it.
It does. I wasn't going to even say nothing, but it does, friend. It does.
It does. Like, I can see them together with their little trucks. One got one color, the other one got the other. They can not wash their ass because that's how they look anyway. They look like they stink. And I know people with money don't be flexing like that. Like Jay-Z hair. But is doing his own thing like he wanted. But he dresses very nicely. They got them two Durrells. They dress like they make $8 an hour and they build pallets. I don't like it. Like cheap labor ass, working ass. I still live in my mama ass. Don't they look like that to you?
They do give grunge. They do give grunge. I was looking at the weigh-in, and my first thought was, and I know he's not a crackhead, but that was the look that he was given. It was given like very unmanicured, very disheveled.
It's given I sleep in my car. I have a house, but I sleep in my car. It's given I'm cheap, but he cheaper than me. He wash clothes and make food and do his dishes all in the same area.
I can't even disagree, friend.
They eat tuna fish. Why you say that? Don't drink out your cup. Like, don't start that tonight. Why'd you say that?
Me, moving on, moving right along. Yeah, good luck to J Rock and Mr. Darrell.
I hope what they listen. No, fuck that. Let me tell you, we keep it real on this show because everybody like to think that we're biased here because we like this. So what I'm gonna say is, J Rock's chin is not sustainable. My 13-year-old could probably knock him out. Every time he get hit on that chin, he fall down with them goddamn awkward ass legs and he hit the canvas. Every fucking time somebody touch that chin, he need to hang it up. And that goddamn Darrell boy is just dirty, and I don't want to see him in a ring anymore. Cause they re-wearing each other's shit. I guarantee you he finna fight in the same shit that his brother wore the other day. As long as he washed it. I'm not sugarcoating that shit. Nope.
Well, I mean, he did finish early, so he could go wash it out in the sink. I'm
kidding. Hell, he didn't even wash it. He didn't even sweat good in it.
No, he didn't. He did not. He did not. Okay, Phenomenal Mexican. He says if David wins, Canelo's moving down to bantamweight. Also,
I told you last week, you thought I was joking. You're not coming back in here to the New Year's show. The New Year's show, you can come back. The timeout is effective today. Your ass is out of here today.
I got you. Sheena says, happy anniversary, happy 1-year anniversary, Queens of the Ring. Congratulations, many blessings. Sheena, thank you so much. Sheena is awesome, y'all. She come through every week, as most of y'all do, and we really, 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 really appreciate y'all. We really do. So that is the undercard. I think there's one more fight that's going to be on the YouTube stream at undercard. But then the main card happens in Minnesota, which is David Morrell's home base at this point. I think this is his third fight back in Minneapolis. And on the undercard, we're going to see, and I like this guy. He got beat up, and he had convulsions and stuff in the ring when he fought Charlo. But I like Banana. And so he's coming back tomorrow. He has a fight on that card as well. He looked really good in the weigh-in. His opponent looks like he's game ready. They both have, I believe, similar records. I think the guy he's fighting has lost maybe twice. Let me see. What is his name? Mendoza. He's fighting somebody named Mendoza. And I'm looking forward to seeing Rosario. I haven't seen him. I don't think I watched his last fight, but I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I forgot about him at 154. That would be another good fight for Fundora. I was thinking about people at 154 who Fundora could potentially fight and stay busy against. And I think that, no, that's not working. No, okay. What'd you think about Rosario?
I think he need to quit too. Because if anybody tapped that stomach too good, his last fight, he got hit in that stomach. He almost did. I don't think he lost. He got hit in the same fucking damn area. That stomach still is not healed. It's ruined. Mega Mill ruined him. He ruined him. And if this man got a little bit of power behind them punches and he hit him in that damn stomach real good, he gonna fold up like a goddamn piece of paper. Fold. Mark my words, friend. I'm telling you, if that boy got a little bit of power on them punches, he touched that stomach, it's a wrap. Magomed ruined him.
I like Rosario.
Good. You supposed to like him. I'm glad he got a little bit of fans. Banana, great for him. He ruined. His best chance tomorrow is to not fight anybody with no power. Now, if he can get in there and fight somebody that's a boxer, that's gonna allow him to do his thing, and they stand away from each other, but they hitting each other sometimes. One of them type of fights, he'll win. He get in there and get in the paint, and somebody get close to him, and they got a little bit of something on them punches. It's a wrap. Fold it. Oh, my stomach. He might be seasoned again in the ring. Oh, he will.
He is.
He
not.
will.
I think he's recovered.
No.
I think so. Phenomenal.
Y'all see what Fundora did to Lubin. Lubin was the guy. Lubin is still one of those names that everybody seems to still mention. Sebastian Fundora ruined his ass. The next time he get in the ring, he gonna be looking pissy poor. Watch. I'm rarely wrong. I'm rarely wrong.
I feel bad for Lubin because I don't know who he could even his climb back to relevancy is gonna be difficult. I think I don't know how you move past that kind of beatdown. I don't know. But good luck to him. And good luck to Jason Rosario tomorrow. I like Banana. I want to see how well he does tomorrow. Phenomenal Mexican says you kicked me out and Tony Montana coming out. Now, he done told you. Boom. So the next fight up, the main card fight is going to be Mr. David Morrell versus Aido Yerbasanuli. Y'all forgive me. He's from Kazakhstan, I believe. Okay. And this is supposed to be a good fight. From what I could view, from what I could see, this is supposed to be a good fight. I know the brothers from Kazakhstan normally, they come to fight. Now, whether or not he's as skilled as the Cuban, we gonna see tomorrow. But I think it's going to be a very good fight. I think it's going to be entertaining. I want to see how David Morrell does. He typically gets his opponents out of there early. He looked good on the scale too. He came in at 166. So he kind of looked a little on the thinner side to me than normal, but he typically rehydrates well and is a nice thick guy once fight night comes. But he looked like he was very playful at the weigh-in today. And I don't know how I felt about that. He looked like he was in too playful of a mood today. I don't know if he's taking this man lightly or what, but we shall see. Did you see the weigh-in?
That's just him, friend. He like that.
Is he like that?
Bubbly person.
Okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
I be seeing on stuff like ain't nobody that damn happy. But he is. He's just that's just him. And he fight like that too.
He fight happy?
Yeah, like he's upbeat when I've never seen him in the ring where he just didn't look good. Like he really is that up next.
Yeah.
Pay attention. He really is him.
No, I believe that.
Awesome.
I do agree with that. I believe he has next. I'm glad that they are moving him slowly because I know people wanted to just jump him right into the fire. And I don't think they should do that. He looks good. Let him continue to build and he'll get up in the mix when it's time for him to get up in the mix. But who do you have? Who you have winning that fight?
Morrell. And it's probably going to be fast. He like by round 6, I don't even think he didn't went that far. But every time I see him around between 3 and 5, he just into his own little groove. So yeah, I'm going to go with Morrell probably in like 8.
Okay. I'm going with Morrell as well. I don't know the man from his opponent. I don't know him very well, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's gonna put up a decent fight. So, Morrell anywhere between 8 and 11 is what I'm gonna say. I say he gets him up out of there. Though. That's what I think. And Southpaw Boxing comes through. He says, "Happy anniversary, Queens. Y'all look lovely, by the way, and keep coming with the heat on every show." Thank you, Southpaw Boxing. Thank you. And your favorite comes back. He says they're trying to duplicate Triple G like Pacquiao. You think so? You think so? Triple G needs to stop. I want him to stop before he be.
You know what I did? I went back and watched some old Triple G fights.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was really, I'm always picking on the people on Twitter because like they are really, really fans of his, and I see why. Like Triple G was that guy, for real, for real. He punched hard, he moved well. He's the package. He's old now. Like to go and watch a recent fight of his compared to something 10 years ago, he ain't the same.
No, he's not. And you know what? I think people know he was pretty good for what he was, but I think most people's gripe about Triple G is the way they kind of sheltered him away from the competition when he was at the height of being Triple G. He didn't fight the people that, most folks wanted to see him fight. And so I think that's where a lot of the pushback comes when people talk about Triple G. He was good. He was really good. But we didn't really get to see him at his full potential. And I think a lot of fighters are following that Triple G blueprint. They ain't fighting the folks we want to see him fight. Okay. Tevis Smith. Tevis? Come on, Tevis. You better come on up in here, Tevis. Tevis then came up in here and said, "Happy belated birthday, Queens. Why y'all ain't tell me y'all was starting the party early last week?" We did. We gave a update on the community page. We did. We're sorry you missed it, but we're glad you went back and saw it. And we're very happy that you came in stood up like you did today. Thank you. Thank you, Tevis. Also, since we're talking about Morrell 168, we got a little surprise about 168 on yesterday, y'all. Out of nowhere. Because, I had just figured that David was going to have to fight Uzataski, and here we go again with another fight that didn't nobody really ask for, but he got to stay active and busy until he gets the fights that he wants. And then there was a pause put on that because Uz was kind of caught doing some things he wasn't supposed to be doing. Okay.
You're always doing that shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Like that's his thing. They should have known that by now.
He should have been not even boxing no more. This is like how many times has he been popped?
500,000.
Okay,
50.
There we go. Okay, so he gets popped. That fight is scratched, and then out of nowhere, we hear David Benavidez versus who, friend? Who is your favorite fighter at 168? David is fighting Caleb Plant. Never good. We've been calling for this. I couldn't wait. I couldn't believe it. First of all, I could not believe it. Caleb just had a fight. I'm really happy. He didn't have to announce no next fight, but Caleb is feeling good because Caleb knocked the shit out of Darrell. Knocked him into next week. Knocked the shit out of Darrell. So he's feeling good. And Caleb said, "Man, this dude been talking all this noise. Let's make this fight happen." And he made sure when he announced it on his platform that he informed us that it was he who made this fight happen. I'm very excited for him. I mean, extremely excited about this fight. How you feel about it?
You know, I'm happy. I am. David was. Somebody, I can't remember who actually posted the video, but kudos to him because he held on to that shit until after they announced the fight. But he pulled up on David, and David told him, he was like, they giving me Caleb Plant March to something something, and he had this. He was showing all them fucking teeth in his mouth. I'm ready to see Caleb Plant floored. I want to see him floored like he hit Anthony Durrell. And everybody need a confidence booster every once in a while. Everybody needs their confidence boosted. So he needed to go in there and knock that man out for me because I wanted him knocked out for his wife. So she would tell him to go ahead and retire. I'm not going to change my story. The story is sticking to stuck. I wanted his ass floored because his wife said he couldn't retire when he wanted to. So now it's Caleb Plant's turn to get fucking floored because he called Caleb Plant fat.
He called who fat?
I mean, he called David Benavidez fat.
So you want vengeance?
Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine. I want to see David floor his ass. When I say flow his ass, stretch him out like Jesus.
Friend, how you gonna? You just went for him to.
I did. I just told you why. I wanted Anthony Durrell's ass knocked the fuck out, clean the fuck out. Excuse my language. I wanted his ass knocked the fuck out because 2 years ago, a year ago, he said he wanted to retire. So somebody had to do the dirty work because couldn't nobody just go knock him out. So Caleb Plant had to do it. He knocked out Anthony Durrell. He think he did something, but I ain't let go. Him calling David fucking fat. That shit still stares in my soul monthly.
Well, okay. I'm very happy about this fight. If y'all over here normally and regularly, we are fans of David Benavidez. I love David Stein. I absolutely love him. I listen. I can't even tell you. People be like, well, why you like him? I like his style. I like his style. I like his style in the ring. I like his style outside the ring. Brother, be clean. And then I like him in interviews. He says the right things. And he's a young guy, made some really bad choices, made some really bad mistakes, but he owns them bitches, and he's just trying to be a better dude. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I love a good redemption story. I do. So I cannot wait for this fight. He has been calling for this fight for quite some time. So I expect him to be the very best version of himself. And then it's going to be quite interesting, friend, because like you said, Caleb Plant just came off of a really good victory. I know it did him and his confidence something wonderful after getting beat up by Canelo Alvarez the way he did. So I'm sure that was a great confidence booster for him. A lot of people tend to say, Anthony Durrell was beating up on David Benavidez before he got the cut on his eye. So that could be another factor in the camp or in the head of Caleb Plant, him thinking, he couldn't even deal with Durrell if it wasn't for the cut. So he's very confident in beating David. And I know that David is super confident in thinking he's going to beat Caleb. But the kicker about this whole matchup is they don't like each other. Like, they really don't like each other. Like, there is bad blood there. Like, after the fight, I don't think they're going to be shaking no hands. I don't think Caleb Plant going to be in the ring talking about I'm a pretty good boxer, don't you think? I don't think none of this going to be happening. They don't like each other.
And if you don't, we got a show with David Benavidez. You can go back and watch it. He'll tell you himself why he don't like Caleb Plant. He just don't like his ass.
He doesn't like him. And like Anthony Durrell said, don't nobody like him. Now, why? I don't know. But they don't really like him like that. Caleb Plant, that is. But Caleb's ass can box. Okay? He's a very skillful boxer. And with his new coach, what's his name? Breadman. With Breadman in his corner now, and in this Durrell fight, it looks like he's found a place for a little bit of power. So all I know is this. Whoever is going to have a chance to beat David Benavidez is going to have enough power to back him up because he's coming. And up until the Durrell fight, I don't believe Caleb Plant had enough. We shall see.
He knocked out Anthony Durrell, for fuck's sake. He knocked out Anthony Durrell.
Oh, ass Durrell.
I'm just saying, like, I understand. I know y'all like to have hope in all these people. I'm different. I don't have that same opinion that a whole lot of people have. And my opinion is once you get a certain age, it's time for you to start thinking about simmering down just a tiny bit, periodly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just time. And he knocked out Anthony Durrell. So before y'all, everybody nobody picked it. Nobody picked him to knock him out. I did. I told y'all what was going to happen.
You did.
I picked it.
You did. But Phenomenal Mexican came back and he says it was the Eastern European fragile packaging. I know we've been talking a long time, so I'm not exactly sure what that comment is referencing.
I'm more than sure.
What are you talking about?
Triple G.
Oh, yeah. He's old. Somebody said he's drinking Ensure now. Yeah. Coach Amber says David over everything. Absolutely, Coach Amber. You already know what it is over here. What's up, Everything Boxing? I see you up in here. Mr. AMG, he says new sub. Beautiful Queens, happy anniversary. Thank you, Mr. AMG. You meet us back here every Friday now, okay? And who else do we have? TD Harding. What's up, TD? He says Caleb Plant might give the Mexican Mustard his issue. We gonna see. I don't think so.
Ain't never had nobody to walk forward like David Benavidez does. David is a come forward fighter. Caleb Plant ain't never fought nobody like that. He got a head of stone. He didn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, when David Benavidez is right, he right.
He Frankenstein. I hear you, Jay Good, talking about he putting folks to sleep that don't like him. Canelo didn't like him either. How'd that work out? I'm just saying. And that was the smaller man. I'm just saying. Tevin Smith came back up off in here and he goes, they ain't gonna be able to shake hands because Caleb's head will no longer be attached to his body. I tend to agree, Tevis. I do not believe that it's going to end well for Caleb Plant. And the reason why I really don't believe it's going to end well for Caleb Plant is because the styles, y'all love to say styles make fights, but in this case, it really is true. We have the skillful boxer versus the pressure puncher that has A1 motor and stamina out of this world. We have a boxer, a superior boxer, who tends to get tired, okay, towards the second half of the fight. He cannot afford to take one extra breath against David Benavidez. That will be to his detriment. So I hope Larry Wade has him strengthening and conditioning right now because he's going to need it. He's going to need every wind available because, yeah, the pressure that David Benavidez puts on fighters is unrelenting, kind of like Spence. Now, he's not as good as a boxer as Spence, but that pressure, baby, what Ari say? Baby, apply that pressure. Just saying, that pressure ain't no point. We gonna see, and y'all know we gonna talk about this as it gets closer to the fight. And I'm thinking, what they say the fight is gonna be in March. So that was the best news that we got this week. Say it again.
The 21st or the 23rd.
Okay, cool. So that was the great news that we got this weekend. But the most messy, the most interesting, the most ridiculous news that we got came from Terrence Bud Crawford. So Terrence decided that he was going to do a live, which he never does. You know, I thought that was interesting because he's not a talkative person, but he decided he wanted to do a live. And if you wanted to get the truth, then you want to tune into his live. Okay, so I got to play on words, the truth. Okay, that's what Errol Spence calls himself, but okay, whatever, Terrence. So Mr. Crawford does a live on Instagram. And in that live, there were so many contradicting statements. I just couldn't keep up. Friend, I had to tell you, listen, y'all, no, that's not what happened. The live happened, and then a day after, the Twitter sparring match happened. So we're going to first just talk about the live. Friend, when you saw the live, because you and I were both in the live giving our commentary as only we can. What did you think about the live when you saw him going live and all the I don't want to say misinformation, all the information that he gave and what he didn't give? How did you feel about that?
Well, for one, he went live from the inside of Bomac's belly button. The script he read was from the wall of Bomac's belly button. The whole shit was a production. I don't know. I don't like people with shifty eyes. And we've come up with this thing on Twitter. Like I discovered how Black people lie. And when Black people lie, they tend to start their sentences out with, you know what I'm talking about, or you know what I mean, or listen, or boom, check it, or there's several other words. I can keep y'all here all night, but if somebody comes to you and they telling the story and they start their story out, well, this is stop them dead in their tracks and just tell them, I ain't got time. Because more than likely, it's a lie. So several things that I was able to kind of point out, but the biggest thing that stood out to me the most was the hedge fund people. The hedge fund people it was just stabbing me in the side consistently because I ain't no way in earthly fuck somebody sat down, wrote that shit out for him to read. But he read it. And you had to know that when you say things like hedge fund, because people think that's a scam, for one. I'm going to just say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. They think it's a scam. Little Ponzi schemes and all that shit. Jehovah's Witnesses. That's what hedge funds are. Okay? So no offense to nobody I'm not being offensive. I'm just in here, I'm drinking, and I'm telling you how I felt about the shit. So with that being said, the hedge fund, nobody knows who gave y'all $25 million a piece, guaranteed money. And nobody knew who it was. Not a hint. And I don't like the fact that why you need representation because your legal team, Budrick. And I'm not mad at Bud. I keep saying I'm not mad at Bud. Bud is getting put up to this shit. I feel like Bomac was holding a gun in his belly button and was telling him to read that shit. Read it, and read it. And he read it. Because I'm gonna tell you how far out of the loop he was with that shit. That motherfucker couldn't get it BLK Prime down not once. He just bust out. Oh, he just bust out laughing because he knew that shit was fucked up. Why the fuck did you call that shit BLK? BLK what, homie?
He was about to say BLM. He almost said Black Lives Matter. He didn't
know what the fuck he was gonna say.
It was awful.
What he thought he was gonna say was something, I don't know what, but BLK Prime wasn't it. So when he thought about the shit that he was saying, he was like, "This shit is a fucking joke." That's what I got out of it.
Exactly.
This shit is a fucking joke. Y'all tune in December. Blah 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 blah. My fight with David Alopecia. Whoever the fuck. Out of all the people for you to have picked to fight, David Alopecia? Nah, that's not okay. Bud turned my lights off just now because I knew he didn't want me talking about this shit. But I'm bothered. And like I said, I'm not mad at Bud. I'm not mad for the script. I'm mad at the person that put him up to that shit. And to me, y'all already know who I feel like put him up to that, because that's his trainer. That's his manager. And some of the things that he was saying was just not believable. And Bomac is one of those people that he have to talk fast. And he have to talk fast for a reason. It's a reason he have to swift talk people, because ain't nobody else going to take him serious any other way. He do a whole lot of his talking over the phone. It's a catfish. That's what it is. I couldn't put my finger on what the fuck he is. That's what it is. He a catfish. So they come up with this fucking script. He's sitting over there. So why you didn't go over this? How long did it take y'all to write this shit up?
2 weeks.
They did. It didn't take him that long. Bomac pulled that shit right out of his belly button that night. The inside of his stomach wrote that shit up.
Ma'am.
I don't care. I don't care, because I'm not mad at Bud. I'm mad at the person that put him up to this. And Bomac put him up to this.
Where has Bomac been? We haven't heard, we haven't seen, he has been silent and missing in action. And he's hard to miss. So where has he been? Where is Brian? Because he is his manager. And
Juice.
Well,
why you say that? Come on now.
Let me read these super chats, because you cutting up. Phenomenal Mexican says the only problem I have with this fight is if David wins, he ain't getting a shot to do the built-in excuse. And if CP wins, Nello ain't running it back, in my opinion. Yeah, you probably are right. I don't think either one of them is, some kind of way Canelo is going to find a way not to fight either one of them. Yeah, again, yeah. I agree with you. Coach Amber says, I'm just here to get my kids, but not until they daddy come out. Bitter baby mama Bud. Oh, Coach Amber. She came back and she says, the way Bud smiled through his teeth, I'm convinced he's been cut by his baby mama. Well, Amber comes back and she says, I wouldn't be mad at Bud if he wasn't shitting on EJ. Don't blame EJ because you don't understand, in my Bernie boy, because you don't understand, in my Bernie Mac voice.
He doesn't understand a lot of words. I don't think he know what guaranteed money is. He didn't understand, and he don't know what hedge fund is. There's a lot of things he was confused.
Cece said it on Trill. She said she really thinks, she said she's not mad at him anymore too. Y'all both take the same stand that y'all not mad at Bud. And she says because she really believes that he does not understand what's going on. But he thinks he does. And so for that, I blame him. Because his sole purpose for doing that live was to get on there and think he was about to shit on EJ and say that he's not his own boss. That was his sole purpose for getting on that live. Because see, when you your own boss, and he went on to explain how he wasn't his own boss when he was with Bob Arum, but now I'm my own boss. And see, I go to the table. Where was EJ? EJ wasn't at the table. And while you thought, Terrence, while you thought you were really stunting on somebody, anybody who knows anything, even a small bit about being a boss and X, Y, and Z, knows that, dog, you hire people who are experts in the things that you're trying to get done. Bosses delegate. That's, So you mean to tell me you at the table with the attorneys, and I don't know what kind of education Budrick has, but with the way he be splitting them verbs and mix matching them agreements, I don't believe. I could be wrong. But your whole purpose was to sit up and tell people that Errol Spence ain't his own boss and he got to go check with Al and da-da-da-da-da. That's not news to any of us. We all know that he works with Al Heyman, that Al Heyman is his advisor. My question is this. Why did you think you could come and ask that man to go behind his advisor's advice, join up with you, who this is your first go round at doing something solo, and not tell him where this $25 million is coming from? Who did you think was going to be okay with that? That's what I want to know. Who did you, I don't know you. I don't know you like that. Where did you think, how did you think in your mind that that was going to be okay to the person that you're trying to, your opponent? This is your opponent. You finna come to him and say, hey, I got these dudes. Who are these dudes?
Burgers.
I got these dudes. They got $25 million. And this is how you know he really doesn't know any better. He was offended when Errol said, well, what about the back end? He was offended. Like, my dude, they got 25 million. So a person who like really is involved and who knows a little something knows that if they can give you 25 million, then there's a lot of something going somewhere else. So we just not gonna ask no questions about the back end, dumbass. We just gonna be cool and happy with the 25 million. We just gonna be cool with that. You
yes.
I was so upset. I was so mad. But then I had to stop and think. This is Bud Crawford. This is Bud Crawford. This is Bud. This is Bud. And then I had to go back and think to what you always say. He had to know, bringing this to this man, that he was not going to agree with that, which leads back to all roads that say he just does not want this fight. He doesn't want to fight him. He's going to put up every roadblock that he possibly can to not fight this man. And Errol is going to let his dumb ass do it. Errol is so good. Listen. Errol said, I'm going to spin the block. Even after this foolishness, he's still going to try to make the fight with this man. Because Errol knows all he really wanted was a tune-up. And that's really all he had to say. But you went all around this merry-go-round just to get you a tune-up fight. Cool. The man couldn't even say BLK to promote his fight at the end of his 20-minute jibber-jabber. He couldn't even say BLK. So we listened to that. We all cackle and kiki. We look at all the Bud fans, say, see, I told y'all. See, I told y'all. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. And then the next day on Twitter, Mr. Spence blows it up. Mr. Spence comes out and says, say, I got about 30 minutes to entertain this bullshit. And he started letting it ring. Okay? He just let it ring. Okay? And while he was letting it ring, Terrence Crawford got wind of it, and they are going back and forth on Twitter. Just back and forth on Twitter. I learned some things in their Twitter exchange that I did not know. Had no idea neither party was going to get a guarantee. Had no idea. But the entire Twitter session was basically shut down when Errol Spence challenged him to post the documents. Post it. Since you're talking that shit, post it. We ain't seen them yet. We still waiting on the documents. Friend, have you seen them?
Bud say, if I'm lying, tell him to post it. Errol said, okay. Then it was, you know what's crazy about this shit? This is why I tell you this is Bomac. All this shit is Bomac. Like everybody was talking about Errol. That wasn't Errol typing them tweets. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's how I know y'all dumb. And them remedial classes that y'all was in, y'all didn't pass them. And a lot of y'all got held back between the 5th and the 7th grade. Those were crucial times where you should have been passed on, you got held back. So there's a difference between how you talk and how you type. I come in here on Fridays and I'm loose than a goose. Do y'all think I wake up with that same shit on Monday when I have to go type them emails and type them reports? Do those reports have motherfucker on them the same words I come in here and say to y'all on Friday? No. So for people to be like, oh, Errol didn't type those tweets. Yeah, he more than likely did. And a lot of people don't understand us down south people because we got a little accent on certain words that we say. So when we tell y'all to stay out of certain folks' business, we really mean stay out of folks' business because you don't understand our lingo. And that's how you get caught up in the shit that you don't know nothing about because you be so caught up in one thing and we talking about something else. So with that being said, I don't like, Errol shouldn't have said shit. He did what needed to be done. I wouldn't have said shit. I would have woke up that next morning and posted the motherfucking whatever he sent over there to them. That would have been the only thing I posted, and I would have said nothing else for the rest of the day. That's how you clap at a bitch and shut that motherfucker off. Because if he would have put that out there, Bud wouldn't have shit else to say. He had too much to say, which makes me think they trying to build a fight. They wanted to get the people back drawn in because they lost a lot of fucking fans over the last week.
You hit the nail on the head.
So you know what I'm saying? Everybody is caught up in this exchange. We good. Oh shit, they beefing. But a lot of people were disappointed because they really didn't want to see that shit. Sign the contract. Pull that bitch out of Bomac's belly button, straighten that bitch out, and sign it. Because we know now something was sent to you, even if it was just a term sheet. Did you agree to the term sheet? Because they sent you something and you never sent it back.
It took the last time you never sent it back. But before that, they send you something and then it takes you forever to send back. Basically, that you need revisions. Why are you dragging this out? When you know you just needed a tune-up. Just say that. Just say that.
There's nothing. Bud wanted a tune-up. We're not gonna say, we're gonna attempt not to say that they don't want to fight. It's clear Errol wants to fight. It's clear. It's been clear, but people's judgment of cloudy because they're Bud fans. And Bud fans they couldn't understand the things that they were saying, hearing from Errol this past couple of days. Like they couldn't accept the fact. They were saying, oh, he just agreed. He did agree with him that there was no guarantee. He did agree with him on that. What about the rest of the shit that he said? Did y'all miss that all the rest of them 15 tweets that he made during that time?
Exactly.
And on that time, he hit a stray, which wasn't a stray because he was too busy running his mouth. Let me tell you, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Especially if you getting the cocaine that's fresh off the boat, that ain't nobody fuck with, it's still wrapped in the plastic. If you getting that, you a different kind of high. And I know somebody that got access to that and decided to run their mouth while Errol and Bud was doing they back and forth, which is Oscar De La Hoya. And I got a lot to say about Oscar De La Hoya because one of my favorite fighters was under Oscar De La Hoya. And I heard a lot of stuff today. I'm going to dig that down deep and find out myself. But Rashidi Ellis is the fighter in question. And I made a tweet, and maybe Errol seen my tweet because he mentioned Rashidi Ellis. Oscar De La Hoya had hand in ruining Rashidi Ellis's career. And somebody said something to me today because I asked the question, because Oscar said that Rashidi ruined his own career because he was turning down fights. And apparently they offered him Virgil Ortiz, but the money wasn't right. Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, and Rashidi was turning down fights, I'm not going to change my opinion about Oscar not being able to manage black fighters because if I'm not mistaken, didn't he have the Charlos at what they had? He had Errol at one point in time.
He's had a few fighters that have turned out to be excellent boxers.
Yeah.
Once they left him. So, yeah. Coach Amber says he's at the kiddie table with the BK crown on. You know what? That BK crown can't even fit on his head. As big as his head is, that crown can't fit. He trying, but it can't fit. Phenomenal Mexican, thank you. He says Terry's selling a product with no product. Exactly. If you can't tell me who I'm about to get in the bed with as far as this deal is concerned,
don't expect me to sleep there.
Yeah. Bo Deezy, the late bloomer, how you doing? He says, in the history of kings, queens, businessmen, and women, high school students, etc., have had advisors and counselors. Bud is a hater. He's absolutely a hater. He's so mad at Errol Spence for whatever reason. I don't know why he's mad at EJ, but I always say, to me, Bud seems very spiteful. And right now, he is having the best time saying, nanny, boo-boo, I got this last belt, and you can't be undisputed because I won't fight you, and that's what you get, and add goody-goody. That's what I get from him. That is what I get. That is what he gives me. That is how I feel about him. And I may be wrong, but I don't think so. And I just really don't think he wants to make this fight. I really don't. I hate it that he has this last belt. I hate it that he's making it this difficult. But I really do believe that Spence is going to have to just move on and go up to 154 and do damage up there. Because I do not believe this fight is ever going to happen. I wouldn't spin the block on him. I wouldn't spin the block for him. Because if he does, the only reason why I would do it is to make sure that the people know that it's not me. When it comes to the bottom line as to why this fight didn't happen, y'all can't say it was me. Because I tried with this dude for over 6 months and he ran out the back door. I done tried to come back around again and he's found another excuse. If he finds another excuse, listen, the dude he don't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight.
Dream. Don't come here with that shit, because what Budrick said was they are the guarantee was the zero guarantee for the $25 million a piece. That's from the hedge fund people, Budrick. See, y'all can't even get your goddamn story right. Y'all so caught up in the goddamn shit, y'all wasn't paying attention.
And not only that, Drink, if you saying it was zero guarantee, but it was zero guarantee for both fighters. The whole thing was what we're going to get on the back end. But I couldn't expect you or Bud to understand that kind of business because that's not what he's used to doing. He's a worker bee. Okay.
Selling out the cornfield because listen, Mac is the reason for this shit. And if y'all don't, that's why he's so quiet. Cause he know he fucking up. I don't believe this is Bud. I honestly, truly believe in my heart, Bud is willing to do anything for this.
I don't.
But I do. I believe he listening to that goddamn slick, fast talking ass fucking manager he is. If you do this, you can take this route, still make this money trying to tank Davis, and you can't sell worth shit. It didn't work out like that. It wasn't supposed to go. It was supposed to be different. Mac had this vision that Terrence Crawford was going to be a big, huge seller. That's why he took his ass over there to ESPN.
Well, we'll get to see how big of a seller he is when this BLK fight comes streaming on December 10th.
I'm buying it for 10 people. I'm going to buy that shit for 10 people because, yeah, motherfuckers watching that shit on Fire Stick. I ain't being funny when I say it. But I'm going to buy it for 10 people.
Well, buy it for me because...
No. Never mind. I'm finna say something. I'm going to buy it for 10 Bud fans because they ain't even going to buy it. They going to watch it on Play Fire Stick. That's why he don't really sell worth shit.
Well, we gonna see. We gonna see. Coach Amber came back. Coach Amber came back and she says, look, all we got to do is go in the telly, have a few drinks, get paid, and we out. That's pretty much how he want that. That's the explanation. Mm-hmm.
He said, nah, did you hear what he said? He said, if we make their money back, that's an 80-20 split. What you mean if we make their money back, sir? You see, that's what that slick talking shit. Mac then went and told him, Bud, listen, if they trying to give y'all $25 million a piece, we ain't never made $25 million. This is $25 whole million a piece. Okay? All you gotta do is sign this. Don't look at none of this. Just sign this. And it's gonna all work out. If y'all make all their money back, if we make all this money back, which we will, this is Spence versus Crawford. We got something they won't. So they gotta make some sacrifices. We'll get the 80-20 split and we come out on the bigger half. I'm telling you, he got swift talking.
Well, sad for him, he was dealing with somebody who is not about to fall for the okie doke. And it burned me again. Shout out to Phenomenal Mexican. He came back. He says, what if 50 told him just go and get a laugh? Basically, because that's what it was you was finna go get laughed at. That's all that was. You was gonna go get laughed at. And Coach Amber comes back and she says, Mac to Bud, you special. You is special. You is important. Yeah, you is good. Yeah, that pretty much. It just burned me how he got up on there and his sole purpose was to try to make it seem like he was such a boss. But then he contradicted himself, which wasn't a bad thing to say, which I basically shit on his whole rant about Spence not being a boss. Yeah, you didn't know my team. You didn't know I had a team like that. So-and-so. And Errol, he gives him props. He go, yeah, your team was good. So-and-so. He wants there to be some static. Errol you don't like EJ. EJ ain't got no problem with you. I feel like you're jealous and you're envious is what I'm getting. But he gave him his props for having a team. But dude, 3 tweets ago, you just said you such a boss. Well, you got a team and he has a team. What's the difference? What are we talking about here? He just, I don't want to call him man slow.
Big bank take little bank, and little bank don't know how to act because he ain't never had big bank like that. Go ahead, man. That's 25 million. We ain't never made 25 million. Friend, I got some people that want this show, and they want us to do this show for them. They gonna give us a 6-figure payday.
And what?
And all we gotta do is do our show.
Yeah, okay. All right. Have your people call my people.
Yeah, hell, he didn't trust the people. And why the hell wouldn't he call the goddamn people? He's trying to sit down with Al. Is this right?
Right.
How this work?
I just couldn't stand none of it. I couldn't stand any of it. Young J Way 123. What's up, Young J Way? He says, salute, Queens. This Bud fan will be buying, by the way. Good for you. I'm happy. Good for you. You should be. That is you're a Bud fan, and you should be buying his fight. Now, if it were not for this fight costing Spence and Bud, I would buy it too. But because it's David Evanesian, it's a hell now for me. Phenomenal Mexican says bosses don't explain themselves. Al never does. Al doesn't say a word. Al is a mythical character at this point. No, you're not gonna hear from him. Okay, but you know he's getting the job done. And I just don't think the fight is gonna happen, y'all. Right now, what?
Not the fight ain't gonna happen.
I know. That's where I am now. That's where I am now. After looking at the whole Twitter banter back and forth, I was thinking, okay, I was like you. I felt like, okay, with them saying all of this, going back and forth, saying I'm gonna see you later, this, that, and the third. This is buildup. This is nothing but buildup. They're bringing people back in because a lot of people have walked away from it. But then the more I think about it, I just don't believe that Terrence Crawford wants to fight Errol Spence. I think it will give him more pleasure to I think it will give him more pleasure to be the reason that Errol Spence was not able to become undisputed at 147. He's going to relish. He's going to he relishes in the fact knowing that he's the final piece and he can keep that from him. I think he's that envious of him that he would be happy to do that. That's how I feel about him. And I could be wrong. I hope I am. But that's how I feel about him. That's exactly how I feel about him. Phenomenal Mexican, he comes back. What's up? He says, Al made a Michael Jackson tour. Terry can't compete. No, he can't. I don't know why he thinks that he can all of a sudden be so-called free and clear. Because that was another thing that was very interesting about his taped IG live. He took a time out to basically remove himself from any dealings with Daniel Canahan without saying his name. Did y'all catch that? Did you peep that? I peeped that. And I'm like, well, if that's not who the hedge fund guys are, who are they? Who are they?
Your mama and Mr. Harvey.
And look, I don't expect him to tell us, but EJ didn't know who the hell it was. How you gonna keep that kind of information from your opponent? Boy, bye. Yeah, just stop. Just knock it the hell off. Dunny Darkcore, he says Nik with facts. Bud hates on his brother, man. He does. He does. I feel that in my heart. I feel like his whole purpose at this point is to keep Errol from becoming undisputed at 147. I truly believe that is his sole purpose right now. I do believe that. And my thing is this.
If he don't fucking defend that belt, they better strip his ass faster than the stripper in the club.
I think he'll drop that belt and move to 154 before he fights Errol Spence for it.
Well, whoever fight for it and win for it, Errol need to beat them up and take it before he move up if that's what he doing. Complete your legacy and fuck Bud. That's just what that is.
Pretty much. And Miss Jackie, I did see that tweet just came in. Errol Spence tweeted and said that Frank Martin is announcing his next opponent tomorrow. And did I read it correctly that he says it's not going to be Chris?
Well, Frank just made a little Instagram and he was like, Chris, I'm finna whoop your ass, boy.
Oh, so it's Chris. So it is Chris.
I don't know. This was a couple of days ago, though.
Oh no! Just now, just here, friend. Get on the Twitter T real quick while I read this super chat. Coach Amber comes back. She says, "I'm gonna say it: EJ versus Virgil, coin toss, AT&T, Turkey Day. EJ don't need Bud. Ortiz would take it if Ortiz don't fuck it up." I completely agree, because that's the other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. Who do you guys think Errol Spence is about to fight? I know everybody is thinking it's Keith Thurman, but I don't think so. He has been very adamant about saying he is not fighting Keith Thurman. And he ain't lied to us yet about who he fighting and who he ain't fighting. He's very, very adamant that he's not fighting Keith Thurman. I don't think he's fighting Keith Thurman.
Well, Twitter seems to think Frank Martin is finna fight Pitbull Cruz.
Ooh. I tend to think it's Phenomenal Mexican. You are reading my mind. I think it's gonna be either Stanionis, or I think I'm wishing and hoping and really, really wanting Errol Spence to just come through stomping and say, "What's up with it, Boots?" That's what I'm really hoping for. I don't think he will, but I don't put it past him. But I just really don't believe it's going to be no Keith Thurman. I wouldn't be mad at Stanionis because he's been stepping aside for quite some time now. So what do you think? Who do you think Errol's fighting?
I don't know. Fuck Bud and them. They didn't, I don't know. They didn't fucked up my money. I had a lot of money invested into this fight. I'm disappointed. I don't know. Everybody keeps saying Keith Thurman, and then Stanionis is probably gonna be the name. I'm pretty sure that's who it's gonna be if Bud is fighting David Alopecia. It gotta be Stanionis or Boots, because they both all the mandatories and invoke themselves. So it could be any of the three.
Any of the three. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it's not Keith Thurman. But man, do you know, if I wake up and get the news that it's Boots Ennis? Look at here, look at here. Boy, look at here. Look at here. I'm gonna be so very excited about that.
Bud ain't fighting. I mean, Errol ain't fighting no goddamn Boots.
I hope so.
No, you can stop hoping for that. That ain't gonna happen. And you know what?
What if he do?
Huh?
What if he do though? Just what if, hypothetically?
What if? I ain't watching it.
You will?
No, I'm not.
Friend, why not?
Cause
why?
I don't know.
Why? Cause you know why you ain't gonna watch.
I don't want to watch that.
Why not?
Cause I just don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to see that shit. That's why.
But why though, friend?
Because I don't know.
Okay, I ain't gonna ask no more. Okay.
I don't know if Boots is as good as he appears to be. What if he is? I don't want to. No. If he is that good, I don't want to see my guy. Well, I mean, it's a victory lap because Boots is a young dude. Hell of a fucking statement if he does. But I'd rather not.
I want the smoke. I want all the smoke. I'm going to tell you why I want the smoke, and I want it now. Errol Spence is not getting any younger either. And I would much rather see him fight Boots now than 4 years from now. If that makes any sense. Finish, do it now. Do the shit now. Do the shit now.
He's
do
still
it now.
He's good, friend. He good.
He real good. I love Boots. I don't think he can beat EJ right now.
Okay.
I do not think he can beat EJ right now.
Needle like that. Like, y'all already don't like me because of this wildest shit. I say the shit I really want to say.
Say it.
Oh, you're gonna turn the motherfucking lights off in here.
Say it.
Okay, fine.
Say it, friend.
Okay, fine. It's not 4 years. He don't need much time. The kid is literally a gym rat. He eats and sleeps and breathes, and everything he does is in that gym. So if they don't get him within the next one fight that he finna get ready to announce, it's a wrap.
See, that's why I want it to happen now. And I can recall Boots saying that he has a fight date in December. Well, did not Spence just say he fighting in December too? I know I'm speculating, but man, oh man, oh man. Would that not be a really good Christmas gift for us boxing fans?
No.
It would be. And you know what it would also do? It would make Terrence Crawford completely irrelevant. Completely.
Okay.
I want to see it.
I don't. Because fine. We all know Errol is good. He is the goods. Okay? We are coming to a person that we know is the goods. He got a little chin. He can take a couple of hits. We don't know if he can take some Spence hits.
No, we don't.
But you give him one more fight, just one. He don't need no more. One fight. You give him one more
fight. I think he ready now.
He fine. He ready now. We're gonna come in here and I'll be like, I told you so.
You told me what? What you told me? What you told me? What you told me, friend?
I feel like this is not something that I want to see because I don't like being in a position where I have to choose shit. And that will be one of those nights that I actually have to choose some shit. And if he's as good as I think he is, because I think Boots is the one. He is the future. If he is as good as I think he is, he gonna be Earl.
You think so?
Motherfucking right, I do.
Oh, friend.
And there's so many different ways that he can beat him because he's so versatile. Boots is different.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Boots gonna get your feelings hurt, friend.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be like, he was too young. He wasn't ready.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because just like everybody got in there, and no tea, no shade, the motherfucker was a close goddamn fight. But the decision was to the winner. Nobody was expecting to get Alicia Baumgartner to get in there and do fucking Michaela Mayer the way that she did. Young, they wasn't. Michaela Mayer had the experience. She got the better boxing resume. This is a new kid on the fucking block, Alicia Baumgartner was. And the fight was close. Some people think she lost. Some people think she won. The motherfucking UK judges, they thought she won. She did enough to beat the champion. All he got to do is go in there and make it just a little bit flashy. Move real good. Just land a few more solid punches than Errol. Just a few more. It ain't got to be much. But if he made it look good when he was doing it, he'll lose.
No. Because the way he makes it look good, against the lesser opposition, it's not gonna look like that against Spence. I don't think so anyway. Coach Amber, I'm with you. Coach Amber says at this point, maybe EJ should kill a pup just to prove a point. I'm with that. You know how the Lions go in and snatch all the new cubs up that they didn't give that ain't from them. That's where I'm at with it right now. Coach Amber. That's where I'm at. And I love Boots. I love him. I'm with you. I think he's the future. But right now, I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it. And he may prove me wrong, friend. You may be right. But you're going to have to show me, though. He going to have to show me.
He's superb. And not only that, he fast. That plays a big, huge part into a whole lot of these fights is that fucking speed. And he's not no little 147 pounds.
No, he's not.
With Errol, they're going to be about the same size. And he might be bigger. But... Maybe. Okay. All I can say is what's black what black word is.
Oh, you think it's gonna be your favorite dog getting run over by a truck? Oh, Fox.
Boots is different. And y'all know Errol is my guy. And I don't hurt to say this because when I say Boots is different, I can say that and mean that with everything in me. Boots is different.
He is. I agree. But he gonna have to show it to me though. He gonna have him being different against mediocre opposition is one thing. You're gonna have to show me if you're different against elite competition. You've got to show it to me. I can think it all day long, but you gonna have to show me. You have to show me. Who do we have? Bodeezy, the late bloomer. He's back. He says, I want to see it at 154. I think 154 too, but I'm going to tell you this, Bodeezy. I don't know how much longer Boots is going to be at 147. And I don't know how much longer Spence is going to be fighting. How old is Errol Spence?
32, 33.
So I'm going to give him, 4 more years? That's 37. I don't know if he's going to be fighting until 37, 38 years old. I don't know if he's going to be doing fighting like that. I don't know if he's going to still be around. And I don't know how soon Boots is going to move up to 154. So we sitting up here planning to see it at 154. And everything can happen in between now and then. If it's available, and he wants to make his career legendary, I think Spence should oblige him now. I would much rather see it now than later. I think. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think Boots has a better chance later. I think he has a better chance later.
Say that he ain't never fought nobody.
Say it again.
We gotta stop saying he ain't never fought nobody. We have to stop saying that because just because they ain't fought nobody don't mean shit.
No. It doesn't. But it kind of does though a little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. And with, like you said, like with Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer, Alicia was very used to the UK crowd. They liked her. She had been over there already. It was a great fight, very competitive, and she got the win. I did not think she won decisively enough to get the victory. I didn't, but I wasn't mad at the decision. I think it was a draw. I wouldn't have been upset if it had gone Mayer's way. It was that close to me. But I think men's boxing is a little bit different too. That extra minute is going to mean something. And with Boots, we don't know what he looks like on the other side of 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12. We don't know that. And Errol Spence ain't never got knocked out. Not never. So all of that makes a very interesting dynamic. as much as I love Boots, as much as I think Boots is the future, I just right now don't think he can fuck with EJ. I think it's gonna be a great fight. Might be a knockdown or two in the fight, but I just don't think he can go the distance with EJ. He's gonna have to knock him out to win the fight, and he's very capable of doing so. I just don't think he's gonna be able to do it. But we shall see. I'm patiently waiting on the reveal of who his next opponent is, and also on who Frank Martin's next opponent is. Friend, are you getting any kind of Twitter tea over there that we haven't heard about? Mm-hmm. No,
I don't see much of Twitter tea. Everybody's talking about pretty much the same thing. Oscar, Errol,
yeah.
Zerto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No one's. Yeah, I gotta address something before we go, because I see a lot of people that do a lot of talking, and it's people in the media that are saying certain words, and I know a lot of people don't follow certain like folks, but I've said this before, they're using certain words to replace the N word, and
On Twitter,
Twitter everywhere, they doing it on YouTube too.
okay.
But you got to be following them channels to
know.
And yeah, if you see those words, know that's what they saying. Just avoid those people. If us as folks, skin folks, kin folks, all that shit, because we have people of all people in here watching this show. If you see that type of shit, just ignore it. We find ourselves exchanging with these people that have these type of mentalities, and we have to stop. We have to think really above that, because they're always going to have these type of narratives and shit. Like Al Heyman will always be the GOAT. Nobody, to me, can take him off his high horse, because he's done so much for music. He's done so much for boxing. All the shit that Al Heyman has done, the criticism that he get, and the things that they be saying, just come out, just say what you really mean. We know what you really mean, but y'all, I don't like the shit that's being said. So if you see like words like LDBCers and PBCers and Al Heyman, just Al Heyman. It means the N word.
Is that what they're doing now?
That's what they're doing now. They mad about this shit. Like I'd be wondering, well, people be talking about, they love this promotional company shit. They hate on PBC so fucking much. Everything, Al Heyman is the blame for everything. Al Heyman did everything wrong. And then I started seeing some black folks say the shit that they were saying about Al Heyman. And I'm like, for your, it be, you pro-black until it's actually time to be pro-black and it's not benefiting you. When it's benefiting you, you a motherfucking, the things that be in the backyard in the trash can with the black rings around their eyes and the rings on their tail. That's what you are. So you go and y'all tear down this black man that had built up this company that had done all this stuff, and you decide to blame him for everything. But I don't see nobody do. I don't see anybody blaming Oscar De La Hoya for Munguia's fucking choice of opponents. The inactivity of Virgil Ortiz. You don't see Eddie Hearn getting the blame for his fucking dirty ass fighters. You don't see nobody really saying anything about Bob, because Bob is old and he gets an excuse in the past because he's old. Nah. If we gotta share the quality of the blame of what's wrong with boxing, it's everybody. But to specifically blame Al Heyman and we can't get the fights we want to see because of this, I'm Tank and Ryan Garcia. Tank and Ryan Garcia supposedly has been done. Now they're arguing over the venues. But Oscar De La Hoya has been putting fucking Ryan Garcia in the ring with nothing but shit tanks.
Well, I said, because he knows Can't win.
Dude, go ahead.
I say Oscar ain't dumb because he know if and when he puts Ryan in there with some real competition, he gonna lose. He know.
But even still, like if we want to talk about some shit, there's plenty of shit to be talking about in boxing instead of saying Al Heyman is consistently holding up these fights, because Al Heyman has gave y'all a shitload of fucking fights, shitload of fight. You had to pay for them, but he gave them to you. The
And you
most people,
enjoyed them.
yeah, the mother folks ain't giving you shit, ain't trying to give you nothing, ain't gonna give you nothing, and they like, okay, well, fuck it. Nobody has anything to say about Oscar. They don't even have really say the shit to say about Lou DiBella, and we already all know what the fuck Lou about. I love Lou. I love a good sleazy ass fucking backdoor ass person. Just like that. Lou DiBella is that guy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat myself for nobody. They love me just how I am. They gonna take me how I am, or they ain't. I'm not gonna change myself for nobody. All these people got a crook, and Rick fucking Glacier with his face changing ass, he be the main one. Al Heyman and PBC and LDBC, but ain't got shit to say about Daniel Kinahan. Ain't got shit to say about Bob. Don't have nothing to say about Oscar. Everything is Al Heyman is the blame. I don't like that shit. I want y'all to do better. And I want y'all to stop arguing with those people with those type of mindsets, because they giving the attention that they don't get at home. So I'm off my box.
That was a good box, friend. That was a good word. That was a good word. Basically, what she was trying to tell y'all was get off Al Heyman's sack. Okay? Get off of it. Coach Amber, she came back in here and she says EJ Boots and Virgil would be best cooked at 154. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. Let's see, who else do we have? Off of shoot everything. He says, I think whoever beats Spence gonna have to knock him out or hurt him early. I completely agree with that. Nobody's going to outbox him. Nobody's going to outwork him. So I completely agree with that. If you have any chance of beating Errol Spence, you're gonna have to hurt him, and you're gonna have to do it early. Knockout King says Boots is basically a complete version of Tank, but bigger, natural switch hitter. EJ's aggression is going to get himself knocked out. You think so, Knockout Kings? Okay. Tevin Smith comes back. He says it ain't that Boots ain't fought nobody. It's more like ain't nobody fought him.
They scared of him.
Nobody's scared of Boots. Ain't nobody scared of him.
They scared. They don't want to fight him.
Ain't nobody scared of Boots. Well, let me not say that. Let me say EJ ain't scared of Boots. EJ is not scared of Boots. He is not. I don't believe it. And let me see. Is that everybody? Thank y'all for coming through. I see it got a little crowded up in here. I saw you through here, KQKC. How you doing? Let's see. I think that's everything, friends. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, friend. I'm so proud of us. We've done well in this year's time. We got a lot of new people in and out of here, and we appreciate this because this is our time to come here in distress and talk to y'all, and we have fun doing this. I say this every week. This is very enjoyable for us to do. I get to hang out with my friend, my sister, my girl. I'm so proud of her. Y'all, she done really grew up this year. She came through and plugged us in with some real clutch shit today. Had us rocking through like some stars today. For real, for real. Thank y'all for mentioning us in places where people don't mention women commentators. Like, people hear our names now. Oh, that's who that is. And it's really weird to see, but
it's good.
It's cool. We like it a lot. Thank y'all. All I can say is just stay tuned in. This is our first year. Y'all see how much we've accomplished. Some of y'all been in here since the fight party day one. Y'all came through here on our first show, and this is our 62nd show, and y'all still here, and y'all done bought some friends. So thank y'all so much. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Continue to stay tapped in. We gonna bring back interviews soon because it just be me and my friends. So we got some guests lined up for y'all already. So just stay tuned. That's all I can tell you.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have one more super chat from our good sister. Wait a minute. No, that's not the one. Coach Amber, she comes back and she says, "Happy anniversary, sisters in Christ." Yes, this good Christian program that we put on for y'all every Friday. Thank you, Coach Amber. And thank y'all so much for coming through and chilling with us on Friday, every Friday. There are 52 weeks in a year. So my good sister and I have done 62 shows, which means we've done a full year plus 10 more episodes. And you guys have been so cool. Y'all come through. Y'all are active in the chat. You guys, you post in the comments. Y'all be sure you hit the like button. You guys hit the like button. I don't ever ask y'all to share. Share these videos, y'all. Share them with folks who, want a different perspective. We do give a different perspective. And we give a woman's perspective. So that's always going to be a little different. But thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We are trying our best to be consistent and to give, good content like we do. We appreciate it. We really do appreciate y'all coming through. Drink more water. He came through. What's up, Drink? He says, "Happy anniversary, Nik and Boxiana. Say no to $0 guarantee." Drink by. We're gonna teach you. We're gonna have a business class, a webinar with you. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Coach Amber, she said, "Oh," she gave us another super sticker. Thank you. So y'all, enjoy your weekend. Don't forget the fight. Bivol and Zerto, they come on early tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday to discuss everything that happened on tomorrow. And we can't wait to see y'all on Sunday. Okay, we'll see y'all back. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see y'all later. Friend, what you doing? You getting sexy for the night? What? Okay, bye, y'all.
No, I'm tired of that shit rubbing up against his eyelashes. I'm finna take it off.
I know. Did y'all see I put girls on again for the anniversary show? Did y'all see?
The girls on.
Don't let me find out I can put girls on.
Friend, a quick whoop.
Baby, don't let me get used to putting the girls on. Mama, you see them? Look. Okay. All right, bye, y'all.
Girl, bye, y'all.